Hello everyone, Prime here, and you know what we haven't done in a very long time? A video where I go over some random skin concepts that I randomly think are super nice or cool. For this one, we are going to have a few restrictions here. As assassins don't get very many god releases, there could be quite a few assassin skins here. Or at least more than, say, hunter skins or mage skins. That's the only thing I'm going to point out that isn't dreadfully obvious from the start of this. We're going to be starting off with Zhonghui. And we've got two concepts for Zhonghui because Zhonghui doesn't get very many skins. I was playing him earlier and literally he has the Ghostbuster skin and the G.I. Joe reference skin. That's it. So no. First off, Bubblebeard Zhonghui. Doesn't feel like I need to say too much about Bubblebeard Zhonghui. It's a fairly simple concept in and of itself. Instead of his paintbrush, he's got a brush full of soap on the top of it, and, well, he's in a bathrobe. That's just great in and of itself. Really, this skin just feels like a hard pick to mess up. And to back this skin up, we of course have Zhonghui Novelist. Now, I have chosen two skins for Zhonghui, mostly for the fact that he doesn't get much skin love. In fact, he probably has the lowest amount of skin releases in the game. I can't think of another god or goddess who probably has less skins or just skin releases than Zhonghui. So, yeah, fitting that I give him two here, I think. Now, the Novelist skin, I think, could be much easier to mess up, if they don't choose a great voice actor, or they decide to go the route that they did with those anime-esque Ratatoska skins of his design, which I don't know why they would, and I doubt that they actually would do that, but just putting it out there that it could be a thing. Without straying too far from the goofiness here, we have Chicken Apalla. Not actually sure what the artist called this skin, but Chicken Apalla. Seems fairly self-explanatory. Apollo in a chicken costume. Hunter skin concepts didn't really interest me too much, and that is mostly because hunters aren't exactly a class but, Chicken Apollo. You're not really going wrong with Chicken Apollo. The real question with Chicken Apollo, though, is would he still ride a chariot, or would he fly? I know that chickens can't fly, but hey, does that really matter? He's a god in a chicken costume. Gods can fly, probably. Or at least, he's Apollo. Okay, Apollo had a chariot for a reason, but still, So does it really matter? Now we're getting along with the first promised assassin, Mr. Loki. Now I know what you're thinking. We already have Jokey Loki. What would be the point in introducing a very similar skin? Well, it's not necessarily all that similar. This one is based more off of the actual Joker, whereas Jokey Loki is based off of more of, medieval jester type deal. You could also argue that a certain Bakazora got a similar Joker-esque skin, but really, when it comes down to who could actually be the ultimate Joker character who's deserving of a Joker skin based on their lore that alone, it's Loki. Come on, he would be the ultimate fit for being the Joker. We even have some designs for what he'd look like stealthed and for his decoy. Do you really need anything more than that? As long as Hyros doesn't go too crazy with the voice acting, the skin could be very, very great. I'd certainly buy it. I think we're just going to do the next set of skins back to back. So first and foremost, we've got Capri Gout. Not really too sure how many skins Gabrakan's been getting recently, but his recent skins have gotten cool emotes, and I don't see why Capri Gout should be any different from that. Plus, I kind of just think it's a nice fitting skin for Gabrakan. It'd be a nice contrast with the whole screamy, shouty skins that we usually get for Gabrakan, whereas this guy could be sort of an edgy, perhaps a little creepy, silent type angry chap. Or, just crazy, angry, shouting, whatever Hyros wants to go with, right? He's got part of a door that he's broken off, so there's a story within the skin there, which is really cool. It's nice when skins give you a little bit of a story on their own. Moving on with the whole story behind the skin type deal, we have Fafnir Golden Glimmerer. Now it's clearly just Fafnir, but as the Gold Fury, right? But Fafnir loving the gold and turning into the Gold Fury? Well, if that's not spelling irony because of Fafnir's immense greed, well, I'm just not sure what could. And really, when you think about it, it's kind of surprising that Fafnir doesn't really have a skin like this at all. I mean, the closest thing I can think of that Fafnir has to this, and just aesthetically, is the whole phoenix/eagle skin. I can't quite remember if it was a phoenix or an eagle that he transforms to into that skin, but it's one of the two. So yeah, he really should get Golden Glimmerer. And then we have the most interesting Guardian skin pick that I chose, at least to me, Kuzenbot. It's Robo Kazembo. I was gonna choose at least one robot skin here. I think the robot skins are fairly cool. I know some people get fatigued with them, but that doesn't particularly matter to me. Cause he has a baby Kazembo inside of his chest. Like, already that's changing the animation of his one, just straight up like that. We've got some examples of what his ult could look like, with the ult actually just giving birth to drills and then him spinning around with those drills. Skins like this just make you really sad that you don't get extra stats for buying the skin. I know, pay to win issues, blah de blah de blah, you can't have that prime, yes, but that would still be so cool. Maybe Hi-Rez one day could break the mold of that and just release one random mode where skins get all these extra effects. I know that could take precious dev time and, you know, all of these other things that you need to consider before making a mode like that, but still. Could be cool, right? You guys remember Plague Dr. Izanami and how it's not an easy to like skin? Well, here's a second chance for Hi-Rez to actually give that to a god that would still be fitting and would probably be really cool if this skin concept's anything to judge by. Thanatos, Plague Doctor. I mean, the Scythe alone could have some pretty cool particle effects, and hey, if the Scythe were to actually just look exactly like that, I think the Scythe alone would be a reason to buy it, but the actual armor looks fairly different, and it's got like sewing patches on as if he was straight out of some sort of horror movie, which to me isn't particularly amazing, but the design itself looks pretty cool to me. And then black wings just casually there because they actually work. I mean, you can tell that this guy would have an amazingly edgy voice pack, but most of Thanatos skins do have that sort of voice pack anyway, so there's nothing new there, but still, I approve. Next up for skins, we have Sentai Artio. I mean, just the bare Power Ranger Artio, assuming Hi-Rez wouldn't have to worry about being sued. I mean, Overwatch wasn't, so I don't see why Hi-Rez would have to worry about that sort of thing, but maybe there was... Well, either way, surprised we don't have any sort of Power Ranger skin. I mean, that's mostly, more so than the skin concept itself. It is a nice skin concept, but mostly for the fact that we don't have actual Power Ranger skins. I'm not sure how popular Power Rangers are. I'm assuming that they're fairly popular, right? Or were fairly popular. Or at least memorable, right? At least. So yeah, that's a justification for Artio picking. And to round things off here, we have a skin for Najah, another god that might not necessarily get all that many skin releases, but Hawaiian Najah. Now, at first I wanted to pick Cowboy Najah, because that could be awesome. And then I realized Najah could have a potential to have a very annoying, very squeaky voice pack. I think Hawaiian Najah is the lesser of two evils there. And to be honest, I don't really mind Najah's voice pack. They're pretty good to spam and very annoying. And oh my god, the woohoo line just based Najah. Oh, glorious, glorious. But see, when it comes to spammable voice lines, there are two categories. There's Cupid, Najah, and some other characters that don't come to mind right now. Probably also Kazembo. And then there's Mermaid Medusa. Mermaid Medusa and Jingwei are in their own category. Alone. With no other skins that are bad to spam. Everything else in the game, spamming those, perfect. You're probably wondering how I even chose these categories out. Well, if you didn't realize by now, this video is loaded with my opinion, so I'm not going to explain anything. Unless I have explained things, in which case some things get explanations, others don't. But yeah, those were just some concepts that I picked out. You're probably wondering where all the Hunter and Warrior skin concepts were, and, well, I think I explained away why there weren't that many Hunters. And as for the Warrior one, well, I did pick out a Tier 2 skin for Tier, and then realized that it was a Tier 2 skin, and to be honest, I think it's kind of meh on seeing it a second time, so I didn't bother including it in the video. But if you enjoyed the video, go ahead, leave a like. And if you want to see more content like this, well, the subscribe button is just waiting for you. It's probably staring at you now. I could use a click. But till the next video, have a very good day. I have been Prime. Be sure to tell me what skin concepts you like the most here, or if there's another skin concept that you think's really cool, or if you come up with your own skin concept. Well, go ahead, post that in the comment section below. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.